in Philadelphia.
Please, please, just let me go with you to the studio. I don't want to stay here alone.
Well, you're not going to be here alone. You've got Aunt Geraldine to take care of you now, remember?
But I want to be with you, Sky. It's not going to be a very nice ordeal.
Yeah, well, ordeal is the right word for it. And I want to spare you that.
Well, how did it happen? I mean, what did Gunther do to Gavin that was so terrible he had to shoot him?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they weren't exactly friends. Gunther could be a bully at times, and Gavin is emotionally immature all the time. I don't know. It was a bad combination, apparently.
So he just killed him?
Yeah. I guess I should have believed Gavin when he said he had that gun. I thought he was just trying to scare Gunther off. But apparently he meant every word. He had a gun, and he was willing to use it. And now no more Gunther.
Sweeney, are you sure that was Gavin Wiley outside the door?
Yes, sir. It was him, all right. I've seen him on my beat dozens of times. I just never thought I'd see him at the end of my gun sight.
Why did you fire at him? He wasn't armed, was he?
I wouldn't know. All I know is I ordered them to stay where he was, and he turned and ran.
No, wait a minute. You're in the right, Sweeney. Nobody's saying you're not. You're a uniformed policeman. You ordered a suspect to haul, he ran.
Did you hit him? Was he wounded?
I aimed for his leg. I think I hit him.
Well, he couldn't have been hit too severely. It disappeared already by the time we got to the bottom of the steps. I still don't think you should have fired at him, Sweeney.
Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong with you? The suspect ran. That says only one thing in my book.
Well, the guy was probably frightened by the sight of a gun.
Well, he wasn't frightened to use a gun an hour beforehand, was he?
Look, Chief, you don't know Gavin Wiley. I do. He's not a criminal type.
Well, then call it a crime of passion if that makes you feel any better. But he's our suspect, and I want him booked.
Gavin! What happened? Gavin, your leg is bleeding.
No, I was shot. Please, I gotta sit down.
Oh, my God. Gavin, I'm gonna call a doctor.
No, you can't do that. You can't make that call. I just killed the man.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Quilted Pampers. They help keep your baby dry. And by new formula Era, a new combination of powerful cleaners concentrated into 1/4 cup.
When we set out to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did. All in the concentrated 1/4 cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little 1/4 cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
I'm financial director of the Gilbert family. My job's to stop our money from going down the drain. Not easy, because I want what's right for my family. And that means new cushion-quilted Pampers for Jenny. Oh, I tried those so-called bargain brands, and you know what? They're no bargain. Pampers keeps my Jenny a lot drier. And dryness is what I want for my baby.
Look, wet a Pampers and the average bargain brand. Now wait. Slip in a blotter. Pampers cushion-quilted lining helps keep babies a lot drier.
Here's our bathing beauty.
Hand me her diaper.
Cushion-quilted Pampers.
She loves their dryness.
New cushion-quilted Pampers keep a little baby a lot drier.
What are you talking about, Gavin? You couldn't do a thing like that.
Yeah, but I just did.
This is crazy. I just saw you here a couple hours ago. What do you mean you killed a man? Who?
A man named Gunther. You don't know him. Listen, if you got a pair of scissors...
What?
Just get them.
Gavin, what is going on?
Well, it was an accident. But from what I just heard, the police don't think so. It's crazy, though. They think I shot him from 10 feet away, and I didn't. It didn't happen that way at all.
Here.
Look, just cut him up to the knee. Do it, now!
Gavin, how did you get hurt? Did this guy shoot you?
No, it was the police. I was standing outside of the studio. I was about to turn myself in, and this cop came out and surprised me, and I just panicked and ran.
Oh, my God, Gavin, you're bleeding so much. Please let me call an ambulance.
No. If you call an ambulance, it'll be like calling the cops. You might as well turn me in.
What?
Didn't you just hear me? I just killed a guy named Gunther Wagner. He was Sky's chauffeur, his bodyguard. Look, if you got something to tie my leg with.
Yes, a tourniquet. I can do that. God, this door's been open. Do you think the bullet's still in there?
I don't know. Maybe not. I was able to run on it after I was shot. Maybe it's just a flesh wound. Maybe it was, maybe the bullet just nicked me. Bobby, why do they think that? Why do they think that I shot him from 10 feet away? I didn't do it. He grabbed the gun, he tried to pull away from me, and the shot went off. I swear that's how it happened.
How did you get mixed up with somebody like that?
Oh, he attacked Jody. He tried to maul her. You see, I asked Jody to meet me at the studio, and I guess she arrived there just about the time that I came here to see you. And she was waiting for me there, and Gunther came in, and then he just went after her. He's been bothering her for weeks. Ah!
Is that why you shot him?
I didn't mean to shoot him, Bobby.
Gavin, I've got to get you some help.
No!
Listen, I know somebody.
No doctors, Bobby!
Listen, he's not a doctor. He's involved in pharmaceuticals, but he was a corpsman in the army. It's like a paramedic.
Listen, I've got to think. I've got to call Jody.
Gavin,
I've got to tell her I'm all right.
Listen to me. I'm going to call this guy, okay? He can help your leg. He can give you something for the pain.
No doctors.
He's not a doctor. I promise. No doctors. Gavin, I've got to do something to help you.
How's this? Does your head feel any better?
No, not really. It's just keeping it nice and cool, though.
Miles, you know, you should really be in the hospital.
No, thank you. I spend too much time there as it is.
I wish you would take this seriously.
I am taking it seriously. I'm trying very hard to figure out who did this to me.
Well, it was obviously someone who didn't like you helping Gunther, somebody who wanted him dead.
Well, it wasn't Gavin. I mean, Gavin did try to help Gunther after he shot him. That's why he called.
Well, the truth is, Jody, Gavin didn't call for medical help. He called you.
Well, he would have called, only I told him that you were with me and that you would go see about Gunther.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have. Actually, I've got myself to blame for this. I should have called an ambulance at the restaurant.
But you didn't know how bad it
I
was.
also didn't know Gavin's phone was ripped out of the wall.
I mean, somebody was going to knock you over the head.
Why doesn't Gavin call? Why doesn't he tell us what's happening?
Just be patient. I'm sure he's very busy now down at the police station, telling his story. Oh, there's the kettle. I'll get you some tea.
No, let me get it. I need something to do.
Miles, what were you thinking about when you were talking about what happened at the studio?
I wasn't thinking about anything. Can't think when my head hurts.
Do you think that it's even possible that Gavin went back there and he's the one who did this to you?
I just don't know, Nicole. But whoever did this to me made sure of one thing. They made sure that the job was finished. That Gunther Wagner wouldn't live.
Oh, maybe that's Gavin.
Hello, Mrs. Kavanaugh.
Oh, Mr. Tyler.
May I speak to your sister, please?
Patty cake, baker's man. Baking's easier when you start with Pam.
It's time for Cooking with Pam.
Bake with no-stick Pam, and you don't need to grease and flour. Cake won't stick. Cookies slide off. And since low-calorie Pam adds no flour, you can roast, fry, even broil. No-stick Pam takes the cake and does a whole lot more.
Start with Pam. Your recipes turn out right.
This cold. My sinuses hurt when I bend over.
With a sinus cold, you should know about 6-6-12.
6-6-12?
Sure. These help 6 symptoms. This one's 6.
And Dristan relieves 12? Prove it.
Look, Bear or Tylenol help these 6 symptoms. Contact these 6. But Dristan relieves pain, helps drain sinuses, relieves all 12 of them.
No trouble bending today. Dristan really helped.
Dristan tablets relieve 12 sinus cold symptoms.
No, I didn't know Gunther was coming to the studio. I was supposed to meet Gavin there.
How did Gunther get in?
Well, the door was open. I mean, I never thought to lock it because Gavin was going to be there any minute.
Did you tell Gunther that?
Yes, but he stayed anyway.
Maybe he didn't believe you.
No, well, thinking back on it, I really think that Gunther wanted Gavin to find him there.
You think Gunther was looking for a fight?
Yes, I do.
Had he been drinking?
I don't know, but from the way he behaved, I mean, he wasn't normal. He was sort of crazy.
Out of control?
No, he wasn't. That was what was so frightening about him. He seemed so much in control. Didn't you hear what I said? I said Gavin is going to be here any second. And if he finds you here, there's just going to be trouble.
Well, I like trouble, honey. Don't you know the word trouble and fun mean the same thing to me? Now, about that material...
Get away from me!
Well, you're still as friendly as ever, aren't you, Miss Travis? Oh, I know what it is. You don't want to be interrupted, that's it, isn't it? You're afraid someone's going to come walking in here and interrupt our little fun. Or should I say, trouble? Now, that should take care of the interruptions. Now let's take care of the fun.
Don't do this, Gunther. Just keep away from me. You'll be sorry. I'll tell you.
You're going to be glad, honey. Now, what do you think of that?
Get away from me.
Well.
I mean it. Stay there. Don't you come one step closer.
Now, you're just starting to make this interesting, honey.
I held him off with the cane. I don't know for how long. I suppose it couldn't have been more than 5 or 10 minutes.
It sounds to me like he just was waiting for trouble. That this attack on Jody maybe was an excuse to tangle with Gavin.
Well, I've met a lot of these guys who seem to get pleasure out of provoking a fight.
Mr. Tyler, don't you see what happened next? Gavin didn't go to the studio to hurt Gunther, not deliberately. He was just defending himself when he shot him.
Yes, it does sound like that. Don't you think so?
Well, I haven't drawn any conclusions yet, Mrs.
Damien, I have told you about Gunther's assaults on Jody. You yourself went to him to warn him about the, you know, the kind of thug we're talking about here.
We're talking about a dead man, Miles. Miss Travis, I'd like you to answer just one question. When you spoke to Gavin Wiley on the telephone, did he tell you he had killed Gunther Wagner?
No. He just said that he shot him.
Then he's not denying it. He did fire the gun.
Yes, he fired it. He fired it because he was forced to.
Because he thought Gunther was going to attack him.
Gunther did attack him. Gavin told me that on the phone. He told me Gunther tried to get the gun away from him.
Now, wait a minute. What I'm trying to say is, why did Gavin use a gun in the first place? What was he afraid of? Gunther wasn't even armed.
He's still a dangerous man, Damien.
Mr. Tyler, wouldn't it be considered an accidental shooting when someone else pulls the trigger, causing their own injury?
Now, that does happen occasionally, but not as often as people would like us to think. It's more often just a common alibi.
Alibi? What are you saying, that Gavin is lying?
Look, Jody, I'm not saying anything like that. I haven't gotten a statement from Gavin. Not directly.
Well, what do you mean? Isn't he down at the studio?
Or at the police station?
Well, frankly, we don't know where he is.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Last time we heard from him, he was on his way to talk to the police.
Look, I don't like to have to say this, but, Gavin ran away from us at the dance studio, and a shot was fired.
Oh, my God, he wasn't...
No. Well, we think he might have been wounded in the leg. We're not certain yet. Well, he's still a fugitive.
Boy, the garbage that gets dumped in my sink, the food stains are bad enough. But there's germs there, too, and that worries me. So I do more than clean. I cometize. See, Comet disinfects, too. And for cleaning, you can't beat it.
Comet with Chloranol was made to clean tough, greasy food stains better than other leading cleansers. And that's not all. It kills most household germs.
So don't just clean your sink. Go all the way to Cometized. Marge, I don't have enough money. Well, put back this detergent and fabric softener and get this detergent with built-in fabric softener. Both 3? It's some value.
Why spend the money on separate detergent and fabric softener? Buy Bowl 3. It's detergent and fabric softener together.
Kids' shirts are so soft. No static cling here. And these jeans are really clean.
Detergent plus fabric softener in one. That's the built-in value of Bowl 3.
You invite me over for a friendly dinner, and look what I find.
Another glass.
Eddie, it's got lipstick on it.
And just after this greasy pan.
It's not my shade.
Dawn will handle it.
After those greasy dishes?
Try it yourself.
Water doesn't feel greasy, or my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one.
Dawn's great, huh?
Now, about the lipstick.
What lipstick?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Yes?
Reagan, may I come in?
Oh, yes, please. I was just going to go to your bedroom, but I thought you might be asleep.
No, I couldn't sleep, unfortunately. There's altogether too much activity in this house. I heard a car pull out of the driveway. I assumed it was Skylar's.
Yes, it was. He just went to the scene of a murder.
What?
Isn't it incredible? 2 killings in 2 weeks. First this burglar, and now Gunther.
Gunther?
It's unbelievable. He was shot and killed. We don't know why.
Raven, you should have told me. You shouldn't be alone now.
Well, I didn't want to go wake you up. You were so tired. And I wanted to go with Sky, but he wouldn't let me.
Where did he go?
He went to the dance studio. That's where it happened. He was shot and killed by the owner of the dance studio, Gavin Wiley.
Gavin Wiley?
I know. It's incredible. No one would expect Gavin Wiley to be a murderer, but he shot and killed Gunther.
Raven, this is dreadful. But what happened? How? Why? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. The two despised each other. That's what Sky said. So Gavin shot and killed him.
Now listen to me, my dear. Take my advice. Try and get some sleep. Perhaps in the morning things won't be as gloomy as they seem now.
Okay. I better hang up Sky's tux. He's about as good at that as I am.
Well, that's a change. But there's one thing I remember about Skylar as a child. It was that he was terribly fastidious. Everything had to be in place.
He's changed. What's this? It's the watch I gave him. Can't believe he just lets it hang loose in his pocket. Skylar is getting awfully careless.
Now, look, Chief, I'm not trying to take sides. I'm not trying to say that Gunther was right and Gavin was wrong. I mean, Gunther could be crude at times. But I can tell you one thing for sure. His interest in Jody Travis was more good-humored than passionate.
I don't see anything good-humored about attempted rape. Or passionate, for that matter. Rape is a crime of violence, not passion.
Well, I'm not trying to excuse Gunther. I'm just trying to explain him a bit. I mean, what he did with Jody Travis was more teasing than anything else. There was no serious intent there. And, of course, the madder Gavin got, the more Gunther teased. He was that sort of a man.
A man after my own heart.
And apparently, Jody misunderstood Gunther as well, and she made Gavin feel that he had to protect her honor. Unfortunately, Gavin got carried away.
Sound like you're feeling sorry for Gunther.
Well, I was fond of the man, Chief. He did work for me for 3 years. I knew he had faults. I also knew his virtues.
Oh? I'd like to hear of one.
Well, Chief, when you've got money, you find out that a lot of people in this world are leeches. Gunther wasn't one of those people. He was loyal. Very loyal. He was an old-fashioned, dedicated servant of the old school. You don't find very many of those these days.
Well, maybe they're not as well paid as Gunther was.
Well, actually, I blame myself. I should have taken Gavin's threat more seriously.
Wait a minute, what did you say, Gavin's threat?
Well, didn't you know? Gavin came to the house the other night.
What, to see you?
No. I was upstairs sleeping. Apparently heard another one of these stories about these so-called insults to Jody, and I came downstairs just in time to hear Gavin say that he had bought a gun, that he was keeping it here in the studio, and that he intended to use it.
Wait a minute, are you sure those were his exact words, that he intended to use it?
Yes, I believe those were just his words. Of course, I didn't believe him. I didn't believe he had the gun. I didn't believe he'd use it, but evidently I was wrong.
It's a very serious statement, Mr. Whitney. I hope you realize that. That implies that this is the result of premeditation.
Well, no, I don't believe that. I mean, I don't believe that Gavin planned to kill Gunther tonight, but maybe he just seized the opportunity when he had it.
That's about the best I can do, Bobby. Your friend here was real lucky. Bullet must have just bounced off the bones. You got strong bones, kid.
Yeah, well, I broke this leg once. They say broken bones mend stronger.
Yeah, well, just the same, I don't think you'll be doing too much discoing in the next couple of weeks.
Doc, what about the pain? Can you give him something?
Hey, Bobby, I'm the prince of prescriptions, only if you want some pills, that'll be extra.
How much? I told you, I've only got 50.
Well, maybe the kid's got some money.
Yeah, I have 25 on me, I think.
I'll take it. He's only got 20. It's enough.
Well, I guess that'll have to do. Give him one of these every 3 hours. That ought to do it. Hey, what about that 50? Hey, Bobby. It's been real nice seeing you. How's my old friend Sharky?
Doing life, I hope.
Looks like you're keeping the same kind of company.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. You don't know how wrong you are.
Attention, attention all cat owners. Today we're going to talk about noses and kitty litter brand. Now, we all know that your nose knows you have a cat. Please note, all cat box fillers are not alike. Some cover up odors with perfume, but kitty litter brand contains Nose Guard, an exclusive ingredient that totally eliminates cat box odors. So if your nose knows you have a cat, get kitty litter brand with Nose Guard. Your nose knows.
What a mess. Cleaning out the kitchen cans, it's the worst job in the house.
Why don't you try a better kitchen bag?
Hefty, tall kitchen garbage bags?
Even the wettest kitchen mess won't come through a hefty.
You find that politics often make strange bedfellows.
Gavin, take this.
What is it?
I don't know. He said it would help the pain. Come on.
You gave him all your money, Bobby. You shouldn't have done that.
It's okay. I've got another couple hundred. You had more than 20. You had 45 in your wallet. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about? This is all wrong, Bobby. I didn't mean to kill Gunther.
I know. Shh. I know.
But I gotta convince the police of that. I gotta tell them that they're making a mistake. Maybe they just didn't check closely enough. That I didn't shoot him from 10 feet away. He was right next to me, and
Babe, you know I believe you.
I made a mistake. I shouldn't have run. Makes me look even more guilty. I can't make any more mistakes. I gotta call him and turn myself in.
Gavin, you can't. Listen, Gavin, people go to jail for a whole lot less than what you did.
I gotta go, Bobby.
Gavin, you're too weak. You can't just walk into their arms. You don't know what prison is like. You can't imagine what it's like. Gavin, think it over. Wait till morning. Wait till you're feeling better. You can deal with it then.
No, by morning they'll be sure I'm a murderer. I gotta call.
Gavin,
Give
Gavin,
me the phone.
you can't. Gavin, please. We'll make the call. I promise. We'll make it together.
Okay.
Hello, I'm a Ziploc storage bag. Meet the tough member of my family.
You bet I'm tough. I'm the heavy-duty Ziploc freezer bag. The toughest, thickest freezer bag on the block. Specially built for the freezer. Plus, I've got this heavy-duty seal. If you want more protection in a freezer, remember me, the heavy-duty Ziploc freezer bag.
Told you he was tough.
Ziploc freezer bags from Dow.
What helped her hamburger taste this good?
Hamburger helper.
Help the hamburger.
Hamburger helper, help your hamburger helper. Make a great meal.
Hamburger Helper helps her make a great meal, like our cheeseburger macaroni. Just add it to hamburger and make a saucy, savory supper from hearty elbow macaroni and tangy cheddar cheese.
Kids gonna love it.
Dad will too.